Today we're offering active threat response training for law enforcement personnel. So we are in partnership with the National Center for Biomedical Research and Training out of Louisiana State University. And so we teach their program throughout the state of Oklahoma, which is a 2 or 3 day response course for law enforcement, how to deal with an active threat.
Say that you're making that risk-based decision on what you're going to do and what's worth it. Because we're not using traditional contact and cover in those hallways, are we?
We teach officers how to enter the buildings safely, how to deal with a particular crisis, whatever that may be. In addition, we teach them how to apply medical equipment, as you've seen with the tourniquets. So we teach them how to save lives. And so this allows them to learn how to handle an incident from beginning to finish.
It is impossible for me to stand here and say this will never happen in our community. It is possible for me to say that I, as Chief of Police of Lawton Public Schools, will do everything within my power to make sure that our officers are adequately trained and very well equipped and ready to handle any situation like this if it comes our way. We have taken measures as a school district. We have enhanced security in every one of our buildings. We've purchased new metal detectors, new wands. We have purchased all new camera systems for every one of our buildings in the district. We have a capability now of monitoring cameras in every building within our district, which we didn't have previously. Our board, our administration team have gone through great lengths to ensure that we have those security measures in place. And as a law enforcement officer, I appreciate everything that they do, all the funding they give us to make sure those things happen.
I'm making sure that they are getting the things that they need so they can be successful and when they are confronted with these type of situations. We hope that never happens, but you know, we believe that practice makes perfect, and we want to be prepared, and that goes with in everything. Also with our mental well-being, we handle with care. Our police department trains and handle with care on how to deal with students that might be having a crisis of some sort, emotional or psychological crisis. So we train our cops to de-escalate problems first, and then how to safely deal with them when they get to be an active, engaged threat.
We feel like that if we have officers who are well trained and able to deal with a situation like that, not only being able to deal with it, but also it teaches us ways that we could probably even see things happening before it happens, and we can intervene, which I call proactive law enforcement. I'd a whole lot rather be proactive than reactive. Once a situation happens, I have no choice as a police officer but to be reactive. If I have information coming to me before that incident happens, then that gives me an opportunity to be proactive. And anytime I can be proactive, I can be ahead of the game, and I can potentially stop something from like that happening.
I think it's a sad fact that we have to think about this kind of training for an education environment, but I believe that the administration clearly supports this type of training for your police force as well as the community-wide police force, because that will be the response in the event of a crisis.
As law enforcement, it's always said that we do too much. Well, I never want it to be said that we didn't do enough here at Lawton Public Schools. It's always said that we do too much until something happens, then we didn't do enough. And that's one thing I never want a statement to be made, that Lawton Public Schools didn't do enough. I want us to always be ahead of the game, always be on the forefront, always in training and any other aspect of this, to be ahead of the game if we can. And that's my objective.